cells in New York, and her earliest possible release date is June 15th, 2055. And that would be like just after her 88th birthday, June, July. When's her birthday? July? June? I can't remember, but it'd be around then. Guess what? In 2009, good old 2020 came through. And they were even able to interview Stacy. During the interview, Stacy even went on to say, Ashley brought this on. Ashley really knows what. She's still. It was like, girl, what the fuck? But Stacy said she felt bad for her younger daughter, Bree, saying that she was the innocent victim in all of it. Don't you just want to slap this woman in the fucking face? Punch her? And what? Anyways, after the trial, neither of their daughters spoke to their mom again. Neither of them spoke to their mom again. That was it. All they wanted was an apology, and they never got one. Isn't that awful? In 2010, it was confirmed that there was an investigation going into the death of Stacy's father. His name was Jerry Daniels. So he died in 2002. And Stacy's father, Jerry, had been hospitalized for some kind of lung ailment and was on the road to recovery. Like, he was even scheduled to be released in a couple of days, right? So Stacy, she had come by to visit him in the hospital on February 26, 2002. And it was reported when Stacy came, she brought like a drink for him. And they believed when she came in, the can was open. And the very next day, Jerry suddenly died. Well, after his death, Stacy became the executor of his estate, and she also made sure her father's remains were clean. Now, I was trying to figure out if this case was still open or closed. I couldn't find anything. Plus, I don't know, because, listen, it's June 11th, 2016. Sorry, my hair is just trying to look see for you guys. June 11th, 2016, only 7 years into her sentence, 7 years, Stacy was found dead in her jail cell at the age of 48. It was later determined she died of a heart attack with foul play. Huh? It's kind of bittersweet because he kind of wanted to live forever just in jail because I think that's like torture. And you would hope one day she would apologize to her kids because she died. She's never got an apology. I don't know if she would ever get one because it seems like this is Stacy's fucking alone. It's really sad. I feel really bad for the parents. I mean, they're grown now. I hope they're doing well and not giving up because that's exactly what their mom wants. You know what I'm saying? Lifetime ended up doing like a movie about this story as well. It's called Poison Love, the Stacy Castor story. It's on my to watch list. Do I need to watch it at this point? I don't know. You can also watch the court trial of Stacy and all that, like her on the stand, which is interesting to watch because she just lies. That, my friends, is the story about Stacy Castor. I don't know what to call her, an actual demon. I've heard this story before, but when I was actually kind of digging more into it, just really sad because I was like, damn, she really blamed her own kid and then tried to kill her kid. Oh my God, I cannot imagine this. I cannot imagine this ever happening. And it did. And it's like sickening. Ew. I'm glad she's dead. I'm sorry she said. Did she kill her father? Let me know down below in the comment section. I would say probably yes. And what the fuck was wrong with that woman? I'm glad she was put down. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below if you haven't. I've been doing a lot of woman killers lately. Yeah, I've been on one. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I feel cute. I'm gonna go on a date with myself. What do I say? Have a good day and make good choices. Let me know down below who you want me to talk about next week. But other than that, I'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye. Oh my God, hi, how are you doing today? I did not do my hair this morning, look at me. Lord help my hair. She is just tired and sad. Hi friends, how are you today? My name is Bailey Sarian, and today's Monday, which means Murder Mystery and Makeup Monday. Cheers. I already have a lot of Red Bull. If you don't know, I'm going to be talking about a true crime story that's been heavy on my noggin and do my makeup at the same time. If you're interested in true crime and you're interested in makeup, I would highly suggest you subscribe because I'm here for you on Mondays. So today's story. Oh, wait. First of all, happy June. Isn't it wild? You know? I know, I don't even really want to talk about it, but like, it's always nice to see you. I'm glad you can make it. And first of all, I just want to apologize in advance for perhaps ruining the way that you see a beloved children's character, at least one of my favorite characters. Today's story is about a very, very sad soul who some people have called the Cookie Monster. That was his killer name. Or like he also went by the Cookie Monster Killer. Cookies. Yeah. So let me get started. Here I go. Hold on. What am I doing today? I never know. Okay, just a little FYI. I'm in the process of growing out my eyebrows, so if they look a mess, that's because they look like a mess. Right. Okay, so let's get into today's story. If you're curious to know what I'm using, I'm going to list it in a description box down below. I was just thinking now I should have done like a blue look. Cookie Monster, but I really want to do something cute and pretty, like something pink. I never do cute and pretty. I always do scared. Okay, so today's story, let me tell you about it. Once I'm done blending, trying to get these brows looking somewhat normal, huh? Okay, so this guy's name is like the Cookie Monster. I roll, you know? So if that silly nickname isn't to your liking, he also went by the Death House Killer. There's another name given to this bozo, or even the Corpse Collector, which I feel like that one is more spot on. But it makes you think, huh? Like, who in the hell is in charge of like naming these people, right? Isn't that a designated serial killer namer? Is that a position out there? Because I believe I would be pretty good at it. I would give them like a more honest name, you know, like the Freaky Deaky Ding Dong Killer. No, the Questionable Neighbor Killer. Or like the bitch killed her babies killer. I think that one. I don't know. They just always try to be like really cute with it, right? Wow, I'm already off track. So today's story is about a guy named Harrison Frank Graham. He mainly went by his nickname, which was Marty. Yeah, I guess Marty is like short for Harrison. Something, I don't know. But I'm going to be calling him Marty from now on. So Marty was born September 9th, 1959 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now his mother, when Marty was born, she was quite young. She was 16 years old. Her name was Lillian Graham. And because she was so young, you know, she really struggled to not only take care of herself, but also her baby. Her baby, let's say Marty. She just struggled. Okay. So Lillian tried her best to take care of Marty, but by the time he was 2 years old, she decided the best to place him into foster care. And I mean, there really is no way to know everything he was subjected to in those first couple of years, you know? I mean, nobody really has any idea. But Marty later on, he would say, later on in his life, he would say he was subjected to all types of different forms of abuse while in the foster care system. And sadly, I hate even saying this, but it's so true. It's just like, sadly, you just hear that a lot. And it's like, the system is just so fucked. Yeah. We used to live in this place. Our neighbor, can I even tell this story? Yeah, I mean, it's honest. The lady who lived in the back, she was a foster parent to these two younger girls. And this woman, she obviously was not okay. She was not okay. And she would constantly yell and scream, and I beat these kids. And me and who I was living with, we witnessed it. And we called CPS numerous times. There was even one time where one of the sisters was chasing the other sister around with a chainsaw. I'm not lying. You guys are kidding, and I am not. She was literally, it's not funny. Called CPS. They come out, they interview you, but then there's nothing they can do because when they go interview the girls, they're like, everything's fine. That girl's lying. It's just fucked up. It's so fucked up. What I'm getting at is just the thought it's really sad. So when somebody tells you they were most likely abused in the foster care system, I would 100% totally that, you know? So sadly, the system is pretty similar to what you hear a lot of the times, where they bounce from like foster care home to foster care. And there's really not a lot of like stability. And Marty would say this, like he went through this until he was about 7 years old, just bouncing around from home to home, no stability, different types of abuse, one at a time. So at the age of 7 is when he landed in with a different like foster parent, Williams, his foster mother of his. And this was like the first time when he had some kind of stability in his life, and she was somewhat loving, which is like small win here. So his biological mother, Lillian, ended up having like 4 more kids. So her hands were definitely full. There's no record that he went back into her care as like a young boy, but I think they were still in each other's lives at least, because his mother, Lillian, she knew like what was going on. For example, when Marty was about 12 years old in 1971, he was sent to Philadelphia General Hospital for a mental disorder. Now, this was like according to her. And I guess he ended up staying there until he was 14. Because he's a minor, obviously you can't look up the records, like if he did indeed stay at the hospital or not, the records would be sealed. But I think there's some truth in there, because it is public record that Marty definitely had his fair share of mental health issues, as well as developmental delays. Developmental. I feel like I'm saying it weird. But yeah, developmental delays. So later on in Marty's life, he got his IQ tested, where he would end up scoring a 63. Yeah, bye-bye. So like a 63, it essentially shows like a significant intellectual disability. Like the average score for an IQ test is anywhere from 83 to 110. Anything below a 70 is considered, a little rough. So the doctors that evaluated Marty said that he was hovering at like a 3rd grade level of development, or in other words, like he had a brain of a 9-year-old. He didn't know how to like read a clock or like read in general. And without these like foundational life skills, life is not easy. Very hard. So by the time Marty gets to high school, he decides, I think he just stops going. Like, I read sources that said he decides to drop out. I don't think he really decided. I think he just dropped out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just stops going. I mean, it wasn't a place for him. I mean, so many systems had already failed Marty. So I'm sure you could probably imagine that he didn't find a lot of support within like the public school system in the early 70s. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Life was not setting for Marty up. So this part's a little foggy, but after dropping out of high school, sources say that he was living on the streets. And for the first time, he kind of found his place at home on the streets, because it was sadly a lot of people with like a mental illness. He was welcomed there. And this is where he found a quote unquote home for himself, which is why he pretty and I can't explain. So yeah, for the first time he said he felt like he found somewhere that he belonged, on the street. So he's living on the streets for a little bit, and guess who finds him, I would say. This is when he meets up with him. So this man befriends Marty and ends up taking him under his wing. This is this is sad. I mean, Marty's kind of like the perfect target. He doesn't have a home. He's easy to take advantage of. And this guy, he sees it. So Marty and this guy, this grown-ass man, they would spend a lot of time together. And Marty would say, like, this was the first time that he ever fell in love. And true love. I mean, this man who was, quote-unquote, taking care of him, took him like off of the streets and under his wing, and eventually it led to like them two becoming sexual lovers, Marty and this pimp guy. Marty said it was the first time he ever felt deeply loved in return. It's so sad. Oh, I mean, he felt this to be true, Marty was exactly where this guy wanted. Why does this eyeshadow look like crap? I'm not music anymore. What's happening to me? Am I okay? I'm gonna cry. Don't cry. Just make everyone
Mm.
but like, come on. Again, not much is like said about this time during Marty's life, but we know what happened. But word gets back to Marty's biological mother. So she somehow finds out like what Marty's doing. He's on the street, working for a pimp, all that stuff, you know? And she decides she's gonna step in. Is this pretty? I literally can't tell. Okay, so Marty's mom finds out like what he's doing, right? And she decides she's gonna step in. Look, I can't see what I'm doing right now, so just let me do this for a minute, okay? You get it. Lillian, Marty's mom, she finds out what he's doing, and at this time in her life, she's like a lot more stable. You know, she's a little bit older, she has her shit together, and she had found God. She was deeply religious, and when she found out what was going on with her son, she was like, I gotta help him. I gotta get my son out of this, just out of his immoral lifestyle, you know? So she's able to contact Morty and tell him to come back home where she could help him like get his life back on track. When he is about 15 or 16 years old, he ends up moving back into his mother's home. He starts attending church with her, and he ends up getting a job working in construction. Like, good for him. His life really did like a 180 real quick, and in a positive way, you know? At this point, I was like, oh, Marty. And then I always forget, like, oh yeah, this is about murder. Anyways, his mother was just very hopeful that his son was very free of his past, and now lives as like a man of God. He's going to church with her. He's reading the Bible. Come on now, praise God. And actually,
Crazy.
no twist here. Marty, he starts eating fries. Yes, he does. Oh, he's working construction. He like learned a lot of, you know, construction stuff, like things to do around the house. Handyman skills. You know what I'm saying? Like he's fitting sinks, he's doing stuff with pipes, screws. You get it? So not only did this work like keep him busy, income for the first time, and he gets to a point where he can financially afford to move out of his mother's house and live on his own. Good for him, good for him. Adult life is happening. Because of this, Marty was now able to move into his own place on a street of those old school like row houses in the lower North Philadelphia area. So in 1977, when our story takes place, this neighborhood where Marty was going to be living was poverty stricken, and many of the apartments and houses were just like completely abandoned. The buildings itself, like all around, were just in complete disrepair. But Marty would have like neighbors, and it's what he could afford. So he just moved right in. When Marty moved in, he became quite familiar with the neighbors and also kids. He would often work as like a handyman around the neighbors' places whenever they asked for help. Like, hey, my he doesn't work. Can you check it out, Marty? I'll give you the option. He would say, Marty, I'll do it.
feel a little lighter. Ow! How do you catch cloud? How do you find the word that you worry? Many things I know like to tell her. Many things she wants us to stand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you keep showing up on the side? Oh, how do you find a word to worry? How do you hold a moonbeam in your eyes? Many things you know you like to tell her. Many things she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you keep the wave upon the sun? Oh, how do you find a word and be furious? How do you hold a moonbeam in your eyes? Brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sections. Snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes. Silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes. Snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes. Silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the child bites, when the baby stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite thing. Then I don't feel so bad. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes. Snowblows and staples and chancel with noodle. While keep that fire on the wing. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes. Snowblows that stay on my nose and eyelashes. Silver white winters and the winter spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. This was stupid. This is a stupid fucking. Why would I do this? Every morning you greet me so unwind, clean and bright. You look happy to me, love so slowly you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Believer. You're not happy to me. You are 16. Better everywhere we can make it for baby you're collaborating. You're 16, I'm 17. Innocent as a rose. You never let you make offer your food and wine. Totally unprepared are you to face some world of sin? Silent and shiny, and here am I, a thing beyond repair. I'm 16, over 17, innocent as a rose. Either your life will be what do I know of those? Totally unprepared Ow! To face the world of sin, timid and shy and scared am I. The things beyond my care. You are 17, going on 18. I'm depending on you. Come on. We are right there. After the food and wine. Come on. Come on. God. Get out of here. Oh. Oh, shoot. Oh. Like starting things. I'm shutting it down wrong. Things, not people.